Alright guys, how do you do? So yeah, anyways, today is actually going to be a long overdue video because I was actually planning on doing this video like pretty much a month ago and I never got to it. It took me a month to make this video, but at least I've done it today. Anyways, so yeah, basically, I'm going to be ranking the sniper rifles and phantom forces from worst to best. And yeah, I mean, I just want to say though, before I get into the list, this list was very hard to make because there's just so many factors to consider that it's really hard to actually rank something above another thing if they're very similar or just they perform just as well as each other. So yeah, this is all gonna just be my like opinions. I'm not exactly too happy with the list, but I don't know what else to change. Like, this is probably about as close as I'm gonna get it. So yeah, these are all my opinions. I do encourage you guys, if you have a different list, which I'm guaranteeing you do, go ahead and post it in the comments. Anyways, let's get into it. So there's 14 snipers and I'll just go through and just talk about why I put each sniper in its place that I have it. So basically, we're starting with the worst sniper in the game, and that's gonna be, you got it, the BFG-50. Guys, I'm sorry to break it to you, but this gun is just complete trash. I mean, it's got good damage, we all know that, but other than that, it's just too slow to be viable. Like, one bullet in the mag, it's just treacherously slow, guys. 16 rate of fire, like, it's not worth using at all. So please don't buy this unless you go for trick shots. I actually have 17,000 kills with it because I like the trick shot with it, but yeah, it's a terrible gun. All right, guys, moving along to number 13. And I really didn't want to put this gun here, but I think it just had to go here. The Dragunov SVU. So yeah, the Dragunov SVU is obviously probably one of the most unused snipers in the game. I would say I rarely ever see anyone use this, and that's because, you know, it doesn't even one-shot headshot all ranges. The most you can get out of this is a like 245 stud one-shot to the head if you put on the long barrel. And I mean, it's not actually a bad gun. It's got a pretty good rate of fire at 150 rounds per minute and pretty good ammo capacity as well, 10 bullets in the mag. But you know, the damage is just so underwhelming that I just personally don't like using this gun, and I don't think it's a very good gun. Well, actually, it's a decent gun, it's just not a very good sniper. Anyways, number 12, we have the Hecate 2, Hecate, whatever. So yeah, the Hecate is pretty similar to the BFG. It's actually got a lot of damage, and that makes it pretty good in terms of damage, right? A lot of damage equals good damage, but pretty much on the same lines as the BFG, it's too slow. I mean, it does have a decent mag size, 7 bullets in the mag, but 28 rate of fire. It's just not good. It's the slowest bullet action sniper in the game. So, you know, it's good for camping in the back. I will give it that, but other than that, it's just unrealistic to use, you know? At least in my opinion. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys might have this a bit higher than this, but I'm sort of a central sniper. I like to be in the middle of things, and just this gun is not usable for that type of play style. Anyways, at number 11, we have the AWS, and the AWS is really honestly complete trash. Like, I'm just gonna go out and say it. It's really bad. The only good thing about this I can see is the rate of fire and the ammo capacity. So it shoots at 55 rounds per minute and has 10 bullets in the mag, but other than that, it's like, it's so bad. Like, damage is really bad. It does one shot to the torso to 50 studs, which it's actually not too bad, but I mean, there's a lot better snipers that can just one shot way further than that. But yeah, the worst quality about this is the muzzle velocity. Only 2250 muzzle velocity. As you all know, for snipers, that's just not good. It increases your bullet drop way too much, and it just makes it so hard to use. It's you know, it's just really underperforming. Like, there's nothing good about it except for the mag size, obviously. All right, anyways, at number 10, we have the AWM. Basically a little bit slower AWS with just better bullet drop. That's how I would classify it, and this gun would be so much worse if it weren't for the AWP conversion. So you definitely need the AWP conversion. What that does is gives it 10 bullets instead of 5 in the mag, decreases the damage a little bit. It's pretty much the same as the AWS with that 50 stud one shot to the torso, but it shoots at 5 rounds per minute less, but it has better muzzle velocity, so it's just easier to handle overall and just easier to snipe with. So that's why I put it above the AWS. Very similar gun though. But yeah, at the number 9 spot, honestly, this could probably go higher, but we have the WA-2000. I put this kind of low because although it does have really good rate of fire, 90 rounds per minute, it's a semi-automatic sniper, so you don't have any like bolting to wait for or anything. But for one, the ammo capacity is pretty bad, only 6 bullets in the mag, and 2, this gun's handling is complete garbage. Like, this is probably the worst handling sniper in the game, if you ask me. Even worse than a gun like the M107 or the Hecate. It just, there's something about the scope sway when you're scoping in that just makes it so hard to hit shots. shots. The saving grace for this gun, honestly, is the fire rate at 90 rounds per minute. It does one shot up to 40 studs to the torso, so at least it does have a one shot torso range. It didn't before until the buff. And yeah, there's also a pretty nifty conversion called the .300 conversion, which basically gives it a 150 stud one shot torso range, but decreases the headshot range to also only 150. So it's kind of similar to the SVDS 9.6 conversion and the Mosin 8mm conversion, but I just honestly, the bullet capacity and just the handling just kind of kills the gun for me. Anyways, moving along to number 8, we have the TRG 42. And yeah, the TRG 42 is pretty much known for its insane damage. It has 100 base damage, so you can one shot to the limb up to like 30 studs, which is pretty much, it's like the best in terms of damage out of all the bolt action snipers. The only other sniper rifles that have 100 damage are the SFG and the BFG, so you know, really makes it stand out. It also has a 195 stud torso range with the long barrel, so definitely recommend the long barrel. So yeah, the damage is absolutely insane. However, like, ammo capacity is pretty lacking, only 5 bullets in the mag, which is pretty bad, and the fire rate is also lacking 45 rounds per minute, which is, I think, second slowest only to the Hecate in terms of bolt action snipers. So yeah, honestly, just it lacks in those areas, but the damage is really good, so I put it up there. Anyways, number 7, we have the SVDS, and where is it? Honestly, I'm probably underrating the SVDS. It was so hard to pick. Actually, I feel like we're at the range where every sniper that I'm going to mention from here on out is going to be really good, like extremely good. But yeah, SVDS, personally, I don't like it as much. I think the handling is weird, but I know a lot of other people really enjoy this gun, and it's actually really promising. So, you know, it has a 70 stud one shot to the torso, good rate of fire, 60 rate of fire, and good ammo capacity as well, 10 bullets in the mag. Honestly, looking back at it, you know, it's really good on paper. Kind of hard to use though, like I said, with the handling, it's not so good. Really hard to get used to, honestly. Kind of like the WA2K, like, that's just the only thing that I really can't stand about using the gun. Obviously, I still think it's a really good gun, and like I said, probably is going to be higher on your list, but I mean, for me, the handling is just very important to me, and yeah, that's where I put it. Boom. Okay, we're on number 6, and at number 6, we have the K14. Now, the K14 is literally just a little bit worse of an R700. That's the exact definition of the K14. So yeah, it's got a 100 stud one-shot range to the torso, which is pretty good, you know. It's actually a lot better than most of the other guns that I've already mentioned, and yeah, it's on par with guns like the R700, and yeah, I think just the R700, but yeah, so it's got really good damage, really good ammo capacity as well, 10 bullets in the mag. The one thing for me that I don't necessarily like about it is the fire rate, only 50 RPM, so, you know, brings it down a little bit, but still honestly a very solid sniper. And yeah, the other really good thing about it is its handling is very good. You know, it has the fastest reload in the game, very easy to use with the iron sights, honestly. I really like this gun with the iron sights, but yeah, really solid gun, just a little bit lacking in certain areas like the fire rate, and just, you know, the damage could be a little better, as you'll see in the following guns. But all right, so number 5, guys, we have a top 5 starting with the R700. And yeah, the R700 has been one of my favorite guns in the entire game. I have the most kills with this than any other gun in the game, so, you know, I hold this very dear to my heart. But I mean, yeah, it's got pretty much the same damage as I said as the K14, as long as you put the long barrel on, about 100. I think it's like 103 or something. And yeah, 60 RPM, so just much faster than the K14 with only 50 RPM. And it also has an extended mag, which I would recommend that you can put on, that gives it 10 bullets instead of 6. And yeah, like, literally, that's just the only difference between this and the K14, in my opinion, is the fire rate, and it's 10 RPM faster. So yeah, honestly, just better K14 in my opinion. And yeah, really easy to use, a little bit worse handling than the K14, but I mean, really not too noticeable. I enjoy this gun a lot when I use it, and yeah, it's really crazy. Moving on to number 4, we have the Steyr Scout. Okay, and the Steyr Scout is, honestly, it could be the best sniper in the game depending on how good you are at the game, but I put it at number 4 because it's a one-shot headshot only. There's no one-shot torso range. Everything else besides damage is completely insane. Fire rate, 85 RPM, really good. You know, ammo capacity, 8 bullets in the mag, fairly decent, a bit above average pretty much. And yeah, you can do some mad stuff with this as long as you're accurate, but I'm not always accurate, and neither are you guys. So, you know, it has the most potential out of any gun in my opinion, but it's really hard to realize that potential. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can pop off with this like crazy, dude. You can like go off with this, but I mean, it's hard to do that. And I mean, hitting headshots are honestly, it requires so much more effort than just hitting body shots, with which is what you can do with the following snipers, which I'll mention. But yeah, I mean, I'm not discrediting it by any means. It's really insane, obviously at the number 4 spot, but it just got such a high skill ceiling that I just had to put it a little bit lower. Anyways, moving on to number 3, we have the M107, the infamous, pretty much insanely powerful gun. So 80 RPM, which is really fast. It's a semi-auto. I mean, it doesn't really shoot at 80 RPM because of the recoil, so you're gonna have a lot of recoil that you have to manage, but it's a one-shot torso, all ranges. Damage is insane. You have an extended mag that can bring it up to 10 bullets, and I mean, this gun can go crazy. As long as you get the recoil down, then literally it's body shot heaven for you. Like, this gun is clearly one of the best guns in the game, or one of the best snipers, as I should say. I mean, the potential on this gun is probably on par with a scout. It requires a little bit less skill to use, in my opinion. I mean, you do have to get the recoil down, don't get me wrong, but you don't always have to hit headshots, which is the good thing. You can literally just hit a torso shot and you'll get that kill. But yeah, that's the M107, really crazy. Also, good muzzle velocity, so pretty much no bullet drop. And yeah, okay, moving on to number 2, we have the Mosin Nagant. Okay, the Mosin Nagant is my favorite sniper at the moment. 25,000 kills with it, and it's just so fun to use. This gun is the most fun gun in the game, in my opinion. So yeah, everything about this is really good except for the damage, which I'll get into. But yeah, so 70 RPM fire rate, really good. There's an extended mag that literally has no downside at all, bringing your bullet count to 10 bullets instead of 5, so definitely be sure to put that on. And yeah, it's just so insane. It's so crazy. But the thing I love most about the Mosin is the 8mm conversion, which I'm sure you might already know what it is, but basically it gives you kind of the same thing as like I said earlier, the WA2K conversion and the SVDS conversion, but it's a one shot to the torso up to 150 studs. Also brings your headshot one shot down to 150 studs as well. So if you hit a headshot at 200 studs, you're not going to do the full damage, or the full 100 damage. But I mean, honestly, if you play your cards right, you don't need to actually snipe at that range. Okay, this gun is a machine at body shots at close range. It is simply the best sniper in the game, and in terms of close range combat, as long as you just adjust your playstyle to not having to rely on long range shots, then it's crazy. It's so good. It's insane. So I would definitely recommend the 8mm conversion. I love it so much. Like I said earlier, it's my favorite sniper in the game by far. Anyways, so that's the Mosin. Moving on to number 1, we have the Intervention, the rank 0 sniper. You guys already know. Crazy gun, honestly. Like, okay, let me start from top to bottom. This gun has insane damage. It can one-shot to the torso up to 150 studs. Okay, it's got 7 bullets in the mag, which is very, very good for the amount of damage it does. And the fire rate's not all that crazy, but really doesn't matter because you can just go insane with this. With straight pull bolt, this gun is insane. Like I said, though, only 50 fire rate, but I mean, it's so made up for by that 150 stud torso range and that long range one-shot headshot. Like, it's kind of like it's like a slower Mosin 8mm with that one-shot headshot. Like 150 studs to the torso, you have no idea how much that is. Like, that is so crazy. And yeah, like it's just so, dude, it also has the fastest muzzle velocity in the game, by the way, 3200 studs per second. So you're gonna have the least bullet drop in the game, unless you're gonna use that BFG Wildcat conversion. But nah, dude, the Intervention is where it's at. But yeah, I mean, I love this gun. It's probably my second favorite sniper, apart from the Mosin. So it's a little bit less fun to use than the Mosin, but I just think it performs way better. So I mean, yeah, dude, that's my list. That's my list. We've done it. I mean, like I said earlier, it's gonna have some inaccuracies. I'm not exactly 100% on this, but I feel like it's the best I got. It's the best I can do. And yeah, I really can't think of anything I would change about it. So we're gonna trick shot this guy, the one guy on the other team. Ready? Got him. He stood still for me. I gotta turn on the chat. I gotta see what this guy's telling me. We gotta hold on. We gotta communicate. Okay. Yo, he says hi. Okay, he's featured in the video. Thumbs up. Let's go. All right, but like I said, that's my list. Please post your list in the comments, and just don't get upset if my list is not at all accurate to your list, because we all have different ideas and opinions, and we can live peacefully. I'm thinking of that John Lennon song, whatever it's called. It's I don't know what it's called. It's a John Lennon song though. I'll put it in the editing. All right, anyways, this outro is way too long, so I'm just gonna end the video. And yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Did I say that? I might have. I don't know. All right, either way, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, what is it, 3:08 in the morning? Gotta go edit this guy. All right, so we are gonna he waited for me. I was AFK for about a half hour to an hour, something like that. What a legend. No, dude, I will kick you. I will hard kick you. Here, hard kick. What's his name? Nah, dude, I'm not gonna do that to a rank 2. Anyways, probably about time I end the video. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. I really would have liked that to hit, to be honest. Oh no. Okay, we hit marker. We gotta. We'll be here all day, won't we? Yeah, I guess we will. God, okay. I think I've lost it. I've lost my bananas. What? Boys, we're not stopping until we get this. He's asking me if God status is older than me. Oh, okay. I must comply with an answer, I guess. How did I miss 4 in a row? All right, ready? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this once and for all. Yes. All right, we're gonna go back to back. He just called me old. That is crazy. I suppose he's right, though. This guy doesn't know what he's in for, really. Oh, my. Okay, shouldn't the video be over by now? Like, I think this is a whole separate video, honestly. All right, I'm just gonna leave. Bye, guys.